Okay, so our lesson today is going to be on special types of angle pairs formed by transversals and non-parallel lines. You're going to find that this is a very in-depth type of lesson that you'll explore, especially in the geometry class, in which what happens when you have two lines that's traveling along, and then all of a sudden another line cuts right through them. Now notice these two lines are non-parallel lines. Well, this actually works with parallel lines too, but that will be our next lesson. But what is happening when you just have two random lines that's cut by another line? And by the way, I can add a third, fourth, fifth line going through this picture, but we're just going to focus on two lines. Now, when you have two lines that is intercepted, or when you have a line that's going to kind of travel through and cut through the other two, this line that's doing the cutting is called the transversal. Now, when the transversal cuts through these two lines, it forms angle relationships. So in other words, you'll see that we have several angles that are included in our picture. Well, these angle relationships has certain terminology, and in order to understand especially when we get to the parallel lines, you're going to need to know what these relationships are. You'll need to know what the terminology is. Okay, so let's look at the terminology of these angle relationships. Now you're going to find it very useful if you do exactly what I do, is take a piece of paper, and I would like for you to draw this picture. Sorry, getting it in focus. Draw this picture on your paper and label it like I do with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That way you'll have a guide in understanding the angle relationships and their terminology. Now the first one is one that we all should know, which is vertical angles. Now, vertical angles are the angles that form that X shape. It's got to be that perfect looking X, and it's the angles that are across from each other. So if you look at this picture here, we have our X, two intersecting lines, and the angles across from each other would be vertical. So the vertical angles up here on top would be 1 and 4, 2 and 3. And now look at the bottom. Which ones do you think are vertical? Yes, 5 and 8, 6 and 7. So that's our first relationship. That was actually taught in our previous lessons, but I like to bring it up in here also because it's used to help you with the other angle relationships, especially when we get to the parallel lines. Now, here comes the one, or the term, that a lot of students really mess up. It is the word corresponding angles. Now, when I teach this lesson each year, and I start talking about the word corresponding, a lot of students kind of get confused about, which two angles are corresponding, or, what are the relationship pairs that make corresponding angles. So I come up with something kind of a little silly that helps you hopefully remember which are corresponding. So like if you were corresponding with someone right now with your cell phone, you're probably doing it by text. So you pick up your cell phone, you text your friend. But notice what I said. You're texting your friend. Now, why would you want to text your friend? Well, probably because you got something in common with them. So you're going to correspond with people that you have something in common with. So let's look at angle number 1. Angle 1 is up here on the top left. Now he is going to correspond with an angle that he has something in common with here at the bottom. Well, where is angle 1? Top left. So who do we think that angle 1 is going to correspond with? Angle 5. Because where's angle 5? Top left. So top left, corresponding angles. So we have 1 and 5 are corresponding. Now let's get the other pairs. Who do you think 2 is going to correspond with? Yes, number 6. Because 2 is top right, 6 is top right. Corresponding angles. What about 3? Where's 3 located? Bottom left. 7, bottom left. 3 and 7. So that leaves us then with 4 corresponding with number 8. Okay, so those are your corresponding angles. Now be careful. Sometimes our picture might be drawn like this. It's still the same thing. So if you see a picture like this and you're a little confused about which is corresponding, just simply turn your paper, or if it's on the computer screen, draw it out, turn your paper, and then you'll be able to match it up a lot more easily. Alright, now our third type is alternate interior angles. Now, what does the word alternate mean? It means to switch. Okay, you're kind of switching from side to side. And what does interior mean? Of course, it means inside. So we're going to switch on the inside. So we're going to alternate on the inside. 1 and 2, 7 and 8 are outside angles. But look where 3 and 4, 5 and 6 are. They're on the inside. So we're going to switch or alternate on the inside. 3, 6, 4, 5. 3, 6, 4, 5. See, they're alternate interior. So 3 and 6 are alternate interior. 4 and 5 alternate interior. That easy. Our fourth one is alternate exterior. Well, kind of makes sense that if these two are alternating on the inside, then these two would be alternating on the outside. So 1 and 8, 2 and 7. And there you go. Now the last type that we're going to look at has 2 different names. One name, it could be read as same side interior, or consecutive interior. This is kind of the old term way. This is the new term way. But some books, some publishers, they sometimes say same side, some say consecutive interior. Alright, now this one is actually the easiest one to kind of remember because it's on the same side on the inside. So if I come up here, 3 and 5 are on the left side. They're both on the inside. they're both on the same side. So 3 and 5 would be same side interior. So what do you think 4 and 6 would be? Same side interior. And there you have it. So these are the 5 terms that you need to know in order to understand the angle pair relationships when you have 2 or more lines cut by a transversal. So as a added practice, I'm going to give you another picture, and I want to see if you can understand what are our 5 angle pair relationships. Okay, everybody take a piece of paper, draw this picture, pause the video if you need to, and let's label it. Notice I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in different locations, and my picture is turned a different way because you have no idea how these pictures will be presented to you. Okay, so let's start out with this. What is 2 and 3? Yes, you are correct if you said same side interior. All right, let's try another one. What is 1 and 5? You are correct if you said alternate exterior. All right, let's try another one. 7 and 5. So this one a little confusing. Let's just kind of turn our paper. Look at here. Bottom left, corresponding angles. All right, let's try another one. 2 and 4. I think I tricked a couple of y'all. This is actually also corresponding. Why is that one corresponding? Because 2 is at the bottom right and 4 is at the bottom right. All right, let's try another one. 2 and 6. Switching up on the inside. So this is alternate interior. And let's do one more. Let's say we have 1 and 7. All right, you are correct if you said vertical angles. Okay, that's it for this lesson. So you'll complete the assignment in teams, and hope you have a good week.